So I want to look at how we should prepare for this exam. So our exam has got quite a good number of topics. Topic number 1, sets. Topic number 2, functions. Topic number 3, sets of the functions. What do I want to put? I want to put trigonometry here. Or let me start with binomial. Binomial. And then I'll put trig. Okay. And then I'll put exponentials. And logs. So I'll put logs alone. Logarithms. And then we have calculus, differentiation. And then we have integration. Well, we also have matrices. And then we have vectors. These are the topics that we're dealing with in this exam. And that is for 1120. 1100, it's only big deal. You don't have matrices, no vector. No vectors, but you still have matrices. So we have sets, functions, binomial, trig, exponential, logs, differential, integration, matrices, vectors. Oh. Okay, so when it comes to sets, what do you look for in sets? Of course, am I able to get at the intersection of two sets? Especially intervals. Okay. Do I understand the number line? Am I able to shed? Or am I able to use Venn diagrams? And I said, that's why we also have complex numbers. Where I understand complex numbers. Where I understand sets. The issue of rational and irrational. Okay. The binary operations. So you're checking these things when you say, I want to study sets. You check, am I able to get the intersection of two sets? When I say intersection, I also mean the union. Are you able to get the complement of two sets? How is the number line? Am I able to plot on the number line? Shade. Which way do I pick to be using on the sets? When you go to functions, you pay attention to how to get the domain and range. 1, 2. Am I able to get the inverse? What about the composite? Can I compose two functions? If I can compose, can I get their domains? Can I get their range? Okay. Am I able to sketch? What function do you sketch? Quadratic. Completing the square. Are you able? Absolute value. Functions. Radical. What about rational? They're simplex. So here we have these four sketches. And then you also want to understand the inequalities. That has to do with quadratic, with absolute, with radical, rationals. And then you want to see under polynomials. Am I able to do the divisions? Synthetic division, when to use it, long division. Am I able to do that? What about sketching the polynomials? Being able to find the intercept, the turning points. The turning points, in this topic too, we don't need to talk about the turning points. We talk about turning points when we get to do differentiation. Binomial. We understand factorial. Am I able to expand a plus b to any power using which methods? We understand past post-round. But most importantly here, you want to talk about the binomial series. Do I know the range of variability? How about the general term? Can I find the term independent of x? Okay. Then from there, can I apply on the applications of binomial series especially? Okay. You can forget about the identity, then you waste your time. Just move on. Talk about application of binomial series, the range of validity, the binomial series themselves, the Pascal's triangle. Can I expand a plus b using any method? Am I able to reduce everything to most importantly, how do I use this? The power n. What happens? How do I do the expansion there? This is the thing that you're supposed to, when you say I'm doing binomial, do I understand factorial? Am I able to expand? Can I use Pascal's triangle? Can I get the binomial series? What about the range of validity? Can I get the general term? Am I able to apply? Okay. And the binomial series depends on this. That's why I've put it here. In trig, quadrants comes first. People understand quadrants. What is happening in the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, in the third quadrant, in the fourth quadrant, in relation with reference angles. Special angles. Sine 0, cos 0. So we're talking of 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, 270, and 360. And then 3, after I've known the special angles, I'll have an easy time to understand the reference angles and to use them. The quadrants, that's an easy deal. Once you know what happens in the quadrants, then what do you need next? You have ideas of the identities. Not so much, just know the basic ones and be able to apply them on any identity that you're asked to prove. And then you sketch. Or before you sketch, you can talk of equations. Equations, if you understand the quadrants and reference angles, you have an easy time on the equations. And then sketch. Sketch the normal quadratic. Sketch sine, sketch cos. Sketch cos. the most important part. Or you can sketch down, but don't waste much time on sake, cosec, but just have a view. It's not much. Just from trigonometry, just the quadrants, reference angles, special angles, identities, equations. Of course, when you talk of reference angles, you're also talking about the coterminal angles. Always move with Socator. With a Pythagoras theorem. This will help you answer questions that comes in terms of angles. What next? Don't talk of exponentials. Okay, what do I need to know in exponentials? How to sketch them? What does exponentials have what? These are horizontal asymptotes. Talk of equations involving exponentials and the rules. No expression, the power, and maybe a bit of applications, a bit of applications, not much. Same thing happens here. You know how to sketch. Here you're getting the vertical asymptote. And then equations, of course, understanding the rules, and a bit of application. Differentiation, here is just about the methods. First, you need to find the limit. Check what happens for limits that cross the constant and limit to infinity. Also know when to use L'Hopital's rule. This can save you a lot. In terms when you get 0 for 0, am I able to apply L'Hopital's rule? Continuity. When is the function continuous? We also talk about the piecewise sketches. Am I able to define a function and make it continuous? What one? When does the function, uh, when does it allow us to be able to redefine it, to make it continuous? What conditions? Okay. And then the method of differentiation. First principle. First principles are product, chain, quotient, implicit. After you understand how to differentiate, you can now do the application. Okay, what is in the applications? In the applications, you want to talk about the tangents. Normal. Point, turning points. Intervals of increasing and decreasing. What else? You want to talk about um, points of inflection. This comes from concavity. When you talk about integration, here you just need the methods. Three of them are substitution and the parts. You know how to differentiate lean, how to differentiate log, how to differentiate sine, cos, so that you're able to be able to integrate them using those methods. Then a bit of some applications there, like how to find the area. Finding area. Maybe they ask you to sketch some regions and sketch them and get areas. For matrices, no application. Okay. Here you also talk of scalar multiplication and matrices multiplication, the order, and then the determinant. Are able to solve the system using English. What else? Kama's rule. That's all. On vectors, you want to talk about unit vectors. Okay. Meaning the magnitude. After magnitude, unit vectors, magnitude, to be able to find the area of any asked thing here. Dot product. First product. Okay. And then when are two vectors said to be parallel, said to be perpendicular. This is what you're doing from the day into the exam. You want to check if you're able to tick here. What do you know? Get a pencil, start ticking. I know the sets, intersection, number line, shading. I can use Venn diagrams, complex numbers, SADs, rational, irrational, binary operations. If you don't know, then you know you have a work to do. You start with sets. Make sure you tick everything there. Go functions, tick everything there. Go trigonometry, binomial, tick everything there. That's your target. Okay. So the best way of approaching this now is, because this is too bad, it's like the whole course. And if you have to start from set studying the notes all the way up to the last one, you may be exhausted. So what do you do? Tips. 1, use past papers. Use past papers to help you run through the course. Run through the course fast and several times. Every time you have the past paper, you start from question 1 up to question 7, you have done the whole course. Another paper, you do the whole course, meaning you're revising the course several times. Okay. And how do you use past papers? You're using past papers to check if you understand this thing. In each paper, you want to check how they bring out the concept from there in relation with the tutorial sheets. Okay. Tutorial sheets. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. But how do you use them? You know, tutorial sheets, they're too bulky. And you have so many courses to do. You can't finish all the tutorial questions. So you pick a question in the tutorial sheet you're looking at. Do I have any concept on intersection of two sets? What about union, complement, number line, shading? Once you're able to solve one from that concept, you move on to the next one. Don't get excited with tutorial sheet 1 where you can solve all the questions. Why you know so much, don't invest your time. Try to invest your time for now in what you think you don't know. So that 2 weeks before or a week into the exam, you now concentrate on what you have understood. You just consolidating and see how you can use that into the exam. Okay? While we are doing this revision of past papers every day until the exam. You're so much interested. I know you've been watching so much videos, but we may not post everything that we do due to some constraints. So I advise you to contact more special on WhatsApp. More special on WhatsApp. So that we can do things together. Is the CA, should the CA worry you? Don't worry about it. Okay? Because you can't control it for now. So whatever comes from the CA, forget about it. You know the exam is out of 70. For you to clear out of 70, you need at least to get 30 plus. You can easily achieve that using past papers. Run through the course every now and then. Run through the course every now and then. You have ideas of how they bring questions. To be prepared for such questions. To prepare for an exam, you use the exam itself. That's like they practice in football. They use football itself. They use game setters. You also use that. Okay, so I hope you get something and you use it going forward. All the best.